Hi, Haley. How you doing? Okay, I've got your sketches up here. Over here, we've got your written um, research. That's great. Then over here, we've got your sketches. Now, remember, there's 3 sketches due per each student for this preliminary. I only see 2. I see this first one, and then I see the second one. The third one's blank. So you're off to a good start. So basically what you're doing is you're saying, okay, this is what I want the interface to look like. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to base this on a touch screen. So I'm going to touch the different color of area of the configurator, and that's going to give me the different the different color for the car, different light features, different features for the wheels, etc., etc. And that's pretty straightforward. Then we have package accessories where you can, order different packages for the car, and that's fantastic. But let's take a look at the deep dive immersion technique here. So this is week 5 presentation. I want to jump all the way down to the bottom, and this is the ideal human-centered design toolkit. I want you to download this. That's this right here, and read it. It's not short. It's over 100 pages long, but they're really, really succinct, quick little pages to read. That's it right there. That's one page. So you literally get through it in an hour, but it really describes to a very high degree how to successfully adapt any project to human-centered design. And big difference between design and human-centered design is in design, we get a project, we say, okay, I'm going to design this project. So in a regular design approach, we would say, all right, we're going to design this kiosk, right? But in human-centered design, we take it a step further. We say, okay, we want to design a kiosk, but let's take a look at the bigger problem associated with the need for a kiosk. And that bigger problem, exposed by research, indicates that there are some inherent problems with the process of that we know of ordering a new car, and that has to do with going to the dealership and really dealing with people who do not have your best interest in mind. Specifically, you can walk into a dealer, as long as you have the money, they're going to sell you anything you want. Even if you're 5'2" and 100 pounds, they'll sell you a big, giant, huge SUV that you're going to have trouble parking, right? Conversely, if you've got a guy who's 6'8" and 260 pounds and he wants to buy a little, $180,000 Corvette, they're going to say, oh yeah, sure, it'll be fine. But that's not true. So what we want to do is we want to use this project to enhance the entire experience associated with car shopping, not just designing a kiosk, okay? So what I mean by that is I want you to start the kiosk. Start as a baseline here for your kiosk, and then really think about how you can expand this in creative directions. Okay, so for example, you could. This is the example I'm using in these critiques. So basically, so you have your kiosk, right? So you go ahead and you establish your color. You get the right wheels, the lights, the door package, the trim, etc. The engine, everything you want. Your cold weather, everything you want. You can go ahead and configure it, and then maybe we can take it from there. We can take a step further, print it out, and that information gets fed into a driving simulator where you can actually simulate driving the car. Then when in simulation, you could change things like weather and road conditions. Go to a snowy road, see how the vehicle handles in snow. Wet roads, dry roads, bumpy roads, hills, etc. You could add some calculators to the driving simulator, so the viewer can calculate their monthly payments based on how much they put down, how much the percentage of their total income is. You could do things like add a feature to the driving simulator that says, okay, let's simulate what this drive is going to be like in 10 years with 130,000 miles on the car. Maybe a simulator to see what will it drive like with brand new tires as opposed to tires that are 60,000 miles on them. And then you could do things like this. You could even approach it with the very first step is a quiz that or a questionnaire that their user takes based on their personal preferences as well as their physical attributes. And this way they could make a match. There could be a match. So, okay, so based on your physical hobbies, your driving habits and your physical attributes, these would be the cars that would be best recommended for you based on your height, weight, and driving habits, right? Makes sense. So let's go ahead and really try to push this in that direction. Try to be as creative as you possibly can and try to add as many features as you can with the intent of basically removing the middleman, the salespeople from the car buying process, so that we can go through everything we need to do, and the only time we have to really deal with the salesperson is when you're done with everything. Let's say you get your package, you get a printout for your package, and then you can approach a salesperson and say, yes, I'm interested in this vehicle. That way they're not trying to sell you better tires and bigger wheels and bigger this and better that, bells and whistles, blah, 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 right? So you're basically making your own choices, and you're taking the car buying process and changing it for the better. Okay, and that's what we're after. We're not necessarily just after configuring a configurator. We're after changing the way folks buy cars. All right, let me know if you have any questions. But let's start taking this to look at the big picture, and as human-centered design. Okay, thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, great, thank you.